Meulenberg, Meulenberg Communications. This has just been a completely chaotic scene today, so we're just now kind of wrapping up the big part of it. Right now we're just doing crime scene investigation. What had happened earlier today is someone came into the restaurant over here, over my right shoulder, BJ's. This person who's a 32-year-old having some type of mental illness because he came in yelling at the patrons, yelling at staff there. So the general manager of this location tries to escort the person out, tries to get the person to leave the establishment willingly. An altercation then took place where the suspect pulls out a knife and stabs him in the front. So obviously panic ensues. The manager and staff are trying to get people to safety. So they're trying to encourage people to run to the back because the suspect's in the front. So the entire restaurant broke out into chaos at that point. Another time when the manager is defending himself with the hands up in the air, the suspect stabs him again in the hand. So then the manager gets ushered back with this injury, gets ushered back into the back of the restaurant in the kitchen area. Many of the staff members and many of the patrons are also back there. The suspect leaves the establishment. Patrons start barricading the door, trying to lock the door. You've got multiple doors here, so it's hard to do that. The suspect's trying to get back in again. He's throwing chairs at the door. He's banging on the door, trying to get back into the restaurant. At the time the officers arrive, he takes off. He takes off behind the Ashley, and now he's walking over here past my left shoulder. So he's over here, and he's being followed by some of the patrons. Officers are following him. He's still wielding a knife. He's trying to get into some of the hotels back here that are just east of the mall. Officers continue to pursue him. We tried multiple times to use a taser to subdue him. The taser was ineffective. I don't know if it's ineffective because it didn't have a good hit, if because of clothing, but I can tell you that officers tried to use a taser. It didn't work. They continued to follow him as he walked behind the restaurant, making a big loop, and then he started making a beeline for the mall. So seeing that he was clearly having some type of issue, he clearly had a predisposition to stab someone, chase people around with a knife. We could not allow him to go to the mall and create, a dangerous situation. So an officer used his pistol, fired one time, striking the suspect, and the suspect went down. The suspect and the victim are stable. The suspect took a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. The victim took a stab wound to the torso, abdomen area, and to the hand. Both are at the hospital now undergoing treatment. So this suspect today, don't know anything about him other than the fact that he's a 32-year-old male. We're going to dig more into this as we go along with it. But it's just pure chaos. I've got to give a lot of credit to the employees here trying to keep their customers and themselves safe, trying to get this person out of their store. And this person caused this sequence of events today, forcing the officers to take action. But by doing so, they prevented something tragic at the mall.
Something like